1 in 6 adults has a mental illness.
And we face a stigma that can be as painful as the disease itself.
Change a mind about mental illness, and you can change a life.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to. Say what you need to. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
Jeff, your resume is impeccable. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I did have to go on disability last year for my obsessive-compulsive disorder and depression. I'm on some new medication and doing very well. I would like to get back into the workforce.
Okay. Just so you're aware, we're only accepting applications right now.
Okay.
Well, I did have to go on disability for a while because of my diabetes, but I'm on some new medication now, and I feel much better, so I'm ready to get back to work.
If chosen, could you come in on Monday for training?
Sure, that would be great.
Okay. Well, Jane isn't as qualified and she has diabetes, but Jeff has a history of mental illness.
Yeah, you can't have somebody coming in here and shooting up the place.
The national coordinator for NAMI, the National Alliance for the Mentally Ill, and a dear friend of mine, once told me there would always be chances to educate people and help change the world's false perceptions about mental illness. These words have become my mission. My response to those who stigmatize is to educate them. I tell them that mental illness is a medical condition, a disorder of brain chemistry. I ask them if they would put down, blame, label, or shun someone with another medical condition like diabetes. I tell them that we are constantly seeking and finding ways to manage mental health. I remind them that every mentally ill person is a human being with feelings and potential. This is my way of stamping out stigma. I also educate others by reminding them of some of the mentally ill people who have made great contributions to society. Many have had the courage to speak out about their conditions, to help erase stigma and encourage others to seek treatment.
Thank you, Chairman Andrews and Ranking Member Klein, and to my distinguished colleagues. Thank you all for the opportunity to invite me to testify today, and thank you for your commitment to ending insurance coverage discrimination against those with mental illness like myself. Let me begin by saying I suffer from the disease of alcoholism and addiction. I also suffer from bipolar disorder. I have, through the course of my life, had periods of time where I have had a mental obsession and physical compulsion to drink and use drugs in order to cope with a mental anguish that I have felt that today I no longer have to deal with through drinking and drugging, because I am a member of Congress and have access to the Federal Employees Health Benefit Plan, which has parity. And what is before you today is a bill that will extend the same treatment coverage that I have had as a member of Congress to the rest of the American people, so that as a member of Congress, the reason that I'm able to be here today as a fully productive citizen, as opposed to someone who's still out in the society drinking and drugging and unproductive, as opposed to someone who's at work living a full and productive life. The reason, the difference is that I have treatment. And the difference between me and some other American who doesn't have that treatment is that they don't have that access. And what we need to do today is have a parity in this country so that millions of Americans who are still out there suffering from that same disease that I have, that physical illness, that they can get the same coverage that I have and that we all have as members of Congress. And so they can live productive lives. And if they live productive lives, they can be contributing members of society, as I hope that I am a contributing member of society. I know I could never have imagined myself when I first ran for office coming up here and saying I was an alcoholic and addict. I remember very clearly growing up in my family, whispering in my household as my mother suffered tremendously from this disease of alcoholism. It was a shame growing up to have this disease because of the scourge and stigma in this country that this disease has been. But I think that it's coming out of the shadows now, and that this country has finally come to a reckoning that this is no longer an issue of a moral failing. No one can convince me from looking at what this disease has done to my mother, or what this disease has done to millions of Americans like her that I have witnessed, let alone what I have witnessed in my own personal life, that people have chosen this life voluntarily. No one voluntarily chooses to live the kind of sordid, painful, destructive life that people who are alcoholics and addicts, or people who are depressed, or people who are suffering from schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, any number of mental illnesses, obsessive-compulsive disorder, any one of those illnesses, no one can convince me that that is a voluntary choice on their part. And essentially, that is what those who on the other side of this debate would have you believe. That this is a non-illness, that this is something that is non-physical, because if it were non-physical, then they could control it.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in rivers, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. And high up above or down below, when you're too in love to let it go, but if you never try